still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys. Men complain about things that are just sometimes just why are you upset about it? You do. And
his opponent, accompanied by Ross Mann from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 215 pounds, GMG Big Money.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one. These two have been waiting for this one for quite some time, and to be honest, so have I.
I say something to you? Listen to me. Hey, listen. Hey, shut the fuck up. Who taught you how to be this stupid? Were you fucking born this way? You fucking kidding me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back. What's going on, Bread Squad? Salute to all my good breads. Salute to all my fellas. Salute to all my sisters with sense. Salute to Big Sis. You know who you are. Keep in mind, guys, that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we not gonna complicate it. We got a good one tonight, and keep in mind, I'm expecting a couple of guests. They got the link. They know who they are. So, we're going to treat our guests nice, like how we always do. Guys, for this one right here, right? Trigger warning. I'm going to give y'all a disclaimer. I'm going to give y'all a trigger warning, all right? If you must continue to believe in this old, ancient, ancestor knowledge, then this is not going to be the life for you, all right? I need y'all to understand, all right? If you don't understand that your mother is delusional and your father is gone, then get out of here. Get out of here. If you one of those kids that magically had a mother who got to this information that none of our mothers got to magically, so you making choices and decisions off of some great information that was not issued in the Black Hood, wasn't common in the Black Hood. If you one of those people, then go. Just go. Because I ain't fitting to play with you. I ain't fitting to fool with you. We ain't fitting to argue with you. It's not an argument. It's not a debate. You argue with yourself. Tonight, I'm fitting to deliver, like always, the facts. And you can argue with facts, but you'll only make yourself look like a fool. All right? You know what I mean? All feelings removed, y'all. All feelings removed. So let's start with this right here, y'all. Can I get some music? Can I get some music for the breakdown, guys? Because what do you mean? I know I need to explain this to my peoples. Need to explain this to my peoples, B. See, because the problem is, y'all got to play with these old people. I ain't got to play with these old people. I ain't got to play with these old people. Y'all got to respect these old people. I ain't got to respect these old people, man or woman. I don't got to. You know what I mean? Guys, when I say things like, your mother is delusional, all I'm saying is, our mother. Understand, our mother, she is under the delusion and the belief that all we needed was food on our table and clothes on our back. And that was her excuse for making a poor choice and decision. Her poor choice and decision was bringing us into this world. Now, you can run with this common, oh, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Listen, I don't give a fuck about all that because we ain't asked to be here. We didn't ask to be here. So you can use that as an excuse to why your mother made a poor choice and a bad decision because she didn't have the information. You know what I mean? Get where I'm going? I'm going somewhere tonight. I'm going somewhere because we got way too many women believing in old dumb shit. All right? So your mother is delusional. All right? Do we get the your mother part? I'm going to get to your dad because I know men too. Right? Your mother is delusional, all right? She believes shit that is not reality, and she pushes it and teaches you this. So now she have you walking around here believing shit that's not reality. Why? Because the second half of this, your father is gone, right? Meaning we know some of our fathers is locked up, some of our fathers is killed, murdered, some of our fathers just pure walked off the scene. But in any event, our fathers are gone. So what's next, guys? And see, that's the problem. We come into space, there's way too many spaces other than the righteous sphere that want to highlight both. Highlight one on one side without highlighting both. You see, so a lot of people get my channel fucked up because I come and they see me wearing a fuck child support hat when it really is fuck child support, because child support is not the best interest of the children, but because I look like this, they automatically assume my information is that. And that's where black folks go wrong a lot of the time, because they pick and choose where they get their information, and their information got to come with a look. And half the times, the shit they looking for is wrong. But let's get back to this, right? Your mother is delusional and your father is gone. So what is next? Hold on, because this is biblical. See, that's one thing. I don't hide behind the Bible. I don't hide behind God. I don't hide behind none of this bullshit. I hide behind the truth. The truth. Because I don't need to use any of those things to manipulate or get my point across. You know what I mean? The truth will always be the truth. The truth never changes. Perfect. Right? The truth never changes. Psalms 27:10. For my father and mother. Because remember, your mother is delusional and your father is gone. So what's next? For my father and my mother have forsaken me, but the Lord will take me in. Plain and simple, guys. Plain and simple. It's clear. It's very clear. It's simple. It's real easy. It's real easy. And I tell you this. I get on here and I tell you this. Why do I tell you this? Because I have done this. So I'm not going to tell you some shit that I didn't do and got the great results for. So now if you want great results, you ought to start following people. It's funny, yo. This guy is funny. This guy is funny. I ain't even going to tell y'all the notification I just got that popped up on my phone. But I was sitting there and I was saying, yo, watch when I go live, this motherfucking notification. His day is coming. His day is coming. He's going to test me. I know he's going to test me. He's going to play with me. And I'm going to embarrass him. I'm going to drag him through this YouTube streets. Your favorite content creator. Your favorite. I'm going to drag him through these YouTube streets because he's playing with me. And he's jealous. And he's watching me. But you can't stop me, baby. But anyway, let's get back to this. Let me drag this other dude first before I get to that. One step at a time, Mr. Goodbread. One step at a time, bro. One step at a time. What we got? Salute to my guys in the house, man. Marcus, what's going on, Marcus? One mic. Salute to one mic. The lovely Gail is in the house. We got a newbie. What's going on, my guy? What's going on? Toxic ring scandals definitely in the building. You know what I mean? Let's get back to this. Your mother is delusional and your father is gone. So what's next? You know what's next, guys. You gotta go the other way. You gotta go find God. God got your purpose. You know what I mean? You got to go from Adam to Abraham, guys. Simple. It's clear. That's the instructions, guys. Now let's get to some content real quick so we can break this title thing down. Guys, how many of y'all heard about the Cam Newton situation? You know what I mean? You heard that? How many of y'all heard the Cam Newton situation? We're gonna see, because this intro is a big part. It's a big part to why our mothers are delusional. You listen to what the woman say, guys.
Still not giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly.
All right. So you don't want to deal with it means what, man? This is the delusion in our mothers and our black women mothers, modern women. This is the delusion. So remember, I told you they ignore the problem. They ignore the leak until it's a flood, and then somebody get drowned in the flood. That's when they wanna deal with it. But before that, they don't want to deal with it, guys. So they come up with these scenarios and these solutions to blame man, so they don't have to deal with the problem, which is them. They're the problem. If they stop trying to blame shit and push the focus on everything else and fix them, we'll have a better community, guys. You know what I mean? We'll have a better community. Yes, we would. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking any responsibility or accountability away from brothers. No, I'm saying that our creators, our Mother Earth, if we want the Earth to get better, then Mother Earth needs to correct herself. You know what I mean? Mother Earth needs to correct herself, and not worry about Father Time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because Mother Earth controls the generations. Father Time can only affect individuals. That's a fact.
Why? Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys.
They want to do what they want to do, but they have no information. They don't have the correct information on what it is they're doing, but they want to do what they want to do. Okay, you hear them. This is the mindset. This is the foolish mindset of many running around our community, bro. And this is the mindset of the women who sit on top of our community, bro. You heard it. You hear it for yourself.
Complain about things that are just sometimes just why are you upset about it?
Because it's a problem. We can see the problem. It may not be a glaring problem to you, but we know that's a problem. And if we ignore it, it's going to come a point where it's out of control. And not even us as the man, because men don't build, men don't do this, men don't do that. Well, if you let the man nip it in the bud from jump, then when it get unbearable, you won't be able to blame the man for not being able to handle it, because that's where we're at right now in our community. Now it have gotten unbearable where not even one single man can fix this problem, because our women's, our builders, our Mother Earths decided to do what this woman just said, bro. You can't make this shit up. And salute to my guy, Toxic Rain Scandals, for the first super chat of the night, man. Salute. He says, salute to Goodbread and the Righteous Fear. We stay winning to all. Got to check out Monday Night Raw. Check out the post-review show on Red Carpet Tuesday morning at 8:45 a.m. Central Time, guys. That's gonna be your morning going to work tomorrow, guys. So y'all check it out. What we hearing? What we hearing, KDH? It's on you, man. It's on you for the super chat. One mic, salute. Salute my sister Gail. How you doing? KDH, what we doing tonight? What we doing for that? What we doing for that $10? What we doing for that $10, man? I know what. A matter of fact, I don't even know why I asked. Okay, I know what you want to do because this woman right here, she fitting to raise. Let me see what he said. Oh, I'm glad I ain't jumped the gun. All right, well we gonna hit her with the money bowl.
You wasn't hate when the motherfucker was living, goddammit. Now the motherfucker dead. Fuck this son of a bitch. Fuck him, goddammit, and fuck anybody with his ass. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want look. All you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddammit, talking about preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker.
We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Man.
You do.
And complaining is correction to them, guys. I'm gonna play that back. Complaining is when they say complaining, you know what I mean? When we're correcting them. Every time you go to correct them, we're complaining. This is why this is a mgtow channel, right? So anybody stripping with me is a fool because I only advocate that we leave these bitches alone. No man can tell you Mr. Goodbread is over here teaching men anything but that. Anything but be responsible for yourself, take some self-accountability, and leave these bitches alone, bro. Simple. So what you gonna say? What narrative are you gonna try to form and put on me? Unaccountable, bro. Unaccountable. You hear it out her own mouth, bro.
Do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys. Men complain about things,
and this is who is raising our future, guys. This is who's raising our future, bro.
Giving me an answer.
I just gave you the answer. Why do women get so defensive when they're called out on
because
something?
You don't want to be honest. You don't want to deal with the truth. You don't want to change.
We just don't want to deal with it.
Exactly. Why is that an issue?
Because we kind of want to do what we want to do, and we don't see you guys. Men complain about things that are just sometimes just why are you upset about it? You do. And I feel
because
like
there's something wrong.
For me,
and the only way to communicate and fix things is to address it.
I don't like to be told
and deal with it and fix it.
I don't like to be told that I'm wrong.
So he who lack discipline is foolish. That's what our Bibles say. You know what I mean? He who denies the discipline is very foolish. And this is what we talk about when we run around here and we say black women is stupid. It's not a bash, bro. Y'all stupid. Y'all want us to tell you. Y'all want us to believe what you want us to believe, what y'all tell us. When your actions read stupidity. I tell you this all of the time, and it gets repetitive. Like I tell you, because the stupid shit was repetitive. They told you the stupid shit over and over and over again. And I'm going to tell you the right shit over and over and over again. These are the women who raised the little men that y'all want me to constantly hold accountable, right? How can I hold this little man accountable when he's raised by a woman who don't want to be accountable? Fuck that. I'm going to the source. This woman raised a girl who is not accountable, who don't know that she is responsible for her own coochie. And you can run around here and worry about where the man drop his load at all you want, but you are responsible for your own coochie, what go in and out that coochie. And for it to be so many ain't shit niggas, sure is a lot of women, black women, getting pregnant.
I don't like to be told when I'm wrong.
That's established.
I get agitated when I find out that I'm wrong about something. Okay, I get agitated. And that's why I guess I get defensive, because
and that's why we got so many little boys running around here, and all you gotta do is say boo, and they ready to fight you, and they ready to shoot you. And boy Cam Newton, he trying to do something good in the hood for his own community, and because we got a single mother crisis, he can't even do that. The man getting lumped up, getting knocked upside his head. Same shit they did to Deion Sanders, but then they cry when a black man leaves the hood and don't do shit for him. Then they cry because these are the same folks that don't look inside to themselves to see what they can fix, how they can fix the situation. No, these are the victims in our community that got so much shit to say, but they rely on what somebody's going to give them. You get what I'm saying, guys? They got a lot of shit. They so opinionated, but they sitting around waiting for some reparation or what somebody's supposed to give them. Weird, right? Your mother is delusional and your father is gone. So we got work to do. We ain't got time to play, bro. We got to break the curse.
I just want to do what I want to do. And no, it's not always right, but I just want to do what I want to do. And when you call me out, it makes me defensive, because I don't even understand why you would be calling me out. It's not.
Because you didn't have a father to check you, because your mother didn't secure a dad to check you. She secured some sperm to have you in poverty, bring you into poverty, but she didn't secure the man, though. And that's the same cycle that y'all sit there and teach these other little girls, have them believing that a man's supposed to be responsible for their coochie, yo. Incredible. Unheard of, right? And then, the thing about that, the hypocrisy about that, guys, the hypocrisy about that shit is, sisters, do y'all submit full coochie control to your partner, right? Since y'all is under this spell and y'all under this curse that man is responsible for your coochie, right? So he nutted in me. He nutted in me. He must have wanted to have a baby. I let him fuck raw and he nutted in me, so he must have wanted to have a baby by me. That don't even sound right, ma'am. It don't even sound right. I slap the shit out of my daughter if she told me some shit like that. And that's the problem. Y'all don't have fathers raising y'all in y'all life. Y'all have all this hate for the man, but you never say, your father black. I'm going to start asking y'all that now. When you jump your little flying roach ass in my comment section with your stupid brain set, I'm going to start asking you, like, who hurt you? And is your father black? Ain't your father black? Honestly, ladies, you are responsible for your own coochie. And if not, then if we men are responsible for your coochie, then we demand absolute total authority, Napoleon complex, total control over that coochie, sis. You drinking some water? I bet not see you with soda. You drinking water? Everything. You taking baths with Epsom salt? That's mine. Then, since I got to be responsible for something, I'm claiming it. I ain't never have to be responsible for something that I can keep. I mean, because y'all quick to say, I'm submissive for the men that make me submissive, but y'all busting it open for everybody, unprotected though. It don't make sense. You got to start making this logic make a little more sense, because you say it out your mouth. You have no problem saying it, but you can't take those words back when you say it to somebody who's not a dummy, because now you show your mindset. You're dumb. You're programmed. You are conditioned to believe stupid old shit. And it's sad. You are fitting to get the same results in life that the women who taught you that shit got. What are we not understanding? What are we not getting? Am I saying that man shouldn't be responsible for his nut? Hell no, I'm not saying that. But I don't speak for the dumb niggas. I don't speak for thirsty niggas. I don't speak for pookies. I speak for niggas that do not fuck with these bitches. So what you talking about? What y'all trying to stick on Mr. Goodbread? Huh? Because there's two types of niggas that don't fuck with me. Niggas that don't get coochie or niggas that only want to fuck with the toxic bitches. Everybody else get it. Everybody else get it. Except for those single mother raised niggas who spent their whole childhood protecting their mother coochie. Now they feel they is responsible for a bitch coochie. And you can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. We all have choices, decisions, and then the shit y'all call fighting demons, those are consequences from those choices and decisions, all right? All of us. So what that means, right? To be fair to my men too, because you know we get those men too. To be fair to my men too. Choices, decisions, and then you're fighting demons. All right. So check it, men. I speak for the men that. All right. It is what it is. We laid down with y'all. None of us laid down with the intentions on being a parent. But we laid down with y'all unprotected. You laid down with us unprotected. Okay. You want to keep a baby? All right. Fine. I really don't want to keep a baby. But again, I was irresponsible. So, okay. You get to keep the baby. Relationship don't work out. Cool. You get to keep the baby. I pay child support. What's the problem? What's the problem? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's no argument there. Choices, decisions, and now you're fighting demons because you got to keep the baby. All society, right? Society don't even hold us accountable together, right? Because all I got to do is pay child support. And all you got to do is go to the gym, buy Pampers, do this, do that, take days off, when the baby's sick, this, that, and the third, all that extra shit. Or, oh, I'm struggling. That's what society holds you to, and society hold me to this. So why do you want men to? Men too. When you say men too, you acting like if men have the same consequences for your no protection of sex as we don't have the same consequences. So the last thing you should want to say is men too. Fellas, teach your daughters this. Fellas, teach your daughters this. The women can get triggered all they want. Fellas, teach your daughters this, bro. All right, and it's about time for these women to stop the cap, stop acting like everything is about them, and stop getting triggered and teach their daughters this. But see, they won't teach their daughters this because then they'll have to look their daughter in the face and tell their daughter, bro, I didn't have the information. I fucked up. And you know these parents gotta keep this facade. I'm perfect. It was your dad. I'm perfect. Lying and eating crab legs at the same time. Crab leg running out their mouth. Sad shit, be sad affairs in this black community. Let's get back to some more content though, guys. Got a good ass video breaking this thing down, y'all. Got a good old video breaking this thing down. In fact, before we even get to that, matter of fact, I'm gonna hold down I'm gonna hold down the fellas first. Let me hold down the fellas first, and then I end it off with the ladies. People got to start doing their research before they come at me, man. They have no clue. They have no clue of what they messing with. See, because we're in a black community, and in this community, guys, these people like to disqualify you, right? You got four boxes you gotta have checked off before you call yourself telling the truth. It's a goddamn shame though, but before you call yourself telling people the truth, you got to have four boxes checked off, or these niggers will try to play you. And see, that's where they get frustrated with me. These bitches get frustrated with me because I got my T's crossed and my I's dotted, right? Because I'm cute. Boy, handsome. Look, that boy handsome. Got my hair cut. Shit. Ooh, boy, handsome. Know what I mean? Boy, cute. So you can't hit me with the ugly shit. Know what I mean? I'm not even going to stun on you with Wait, how much money I got in my pocket right now, right? Because this is what they do in the black community, right? I got money, you know what I mean? That's what this is how they disqualify you in the black community. Because when you start telling the truth, right, they'll say, oh, you ugly, or you broke, you know what I mean? This is why I'm a hard, you're done, son. You're done, son. You're done. There's no escaping the truth. There's no escaping. You can't play with me. Let's go, boy. And again, guys, my mom's was delusional and my dad was gone. But I did the work. See, I didn't sit around and start blaming folks. I became Abraham. And that's all you got to do, bro. Don't play with these people. Don't let them play with you, bro. Don't let them play with you because they would. They would, bro. But we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of this conditioning, bro. I'm going to let this rock out because y'all need this information, bro. Salute to the Manosphere highlight.
Why it is important for fathers to be at the house.
I sincerely believe that only men.
And he ain't say, he said at the house, because it's key. It's key. Waking up to your kid every day, being that influence that your kid could come to at any given time is totally different from the weekend dad, yo. Unfortunately, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But unfortunately, we know, and this is why I go so hard on these women, and can a simp try to distract me and keep me off their ass. Because we know this right here. We know this. Mothers create more damaged men than the absence of the father. And ironically, both outcomes are in her control. So let's not play.
Can make boys men.
That the single most important cause by a long shot was that basically the boy crisis resides where dads do not reside.
Women raise men to be weak. And it's this clip that we are going to show you that inspired us to make this video.
During the holiday season and throughout the year, honestly, usually the black woman in the family are the ones that hold it down. What are your thoughts on black women being the matriarchs of the family?
Well, can we go a step further?
Keep in mind, guys, they throw around this word matriarch. The Bible is written in full patriarch, bro. Matriarch, a matriarchal society is a satanic society. A man-made society.
Black women are the matriarchs of America. Look what black women just did in this election.
So what do they mean with matriarch? This is the definition of matriarch. A powerful and usually older woman in charge of a family, or the female leader of a society in which women hold power.
Exactly. What you said, an older woman. And we know none of these older women are teaching the word of God. Remember, God told the older women to teach the young. Not too many older women. Salute to Take Heed to the Message. Salute to Gail. You know what I mean? Salute to the very few that are out there, but not very many. Older women are teaching what is right. They teaching women that man is responsible. He laid down with you now. He got to take care of it. It's two to make a baby, but they not teaching these little girls why it's important. Why they are the key to life. So it will be in their best interest to not let a beta male get the cheeks, not let the beta male nut in them and then have a beta male baby. But in order for them to teach that, they would have had to have gotten to that information. So they can't teach that. All they can teach is, if he do something for you, give him some pussy. If he buy you something, give him some pussy. That's what they taught these little girls, but that's what they taught these little girls. And we know that's crazy because beta males come with gifts too. But if you give a beta male bearing gifts some coochie and you have a baby, then that's a bastard. That's an uneven yoked and unbalanced baby. But they didn't tell you that, right? They tell you it's the man.
Now, for the first part of the definition, a powerful and usually older woman in charge of a family, they refer to the 64% to 70% of single parent households that are led by Black women in the Black community. And when it comes to the second part of the definition, the female leader of a society in which women hold power, they refer to this.
Black.
And it's sad, right? You see those accolades, right? You see how they give the sisters, they pump the sisters' head up, right? Did you hear what they just gave, the accolades that they just gave the sisters? I'm going to play that back, right? Because we all have eyeballs, right? We all have eyeballs, right? How is our community? How is our society? So when I ask y'all questions, sisters, because I didn't ask y'all so many questions and I'm still waiting for answers, right? So when I ask y'all this one, right? What is modern woman responsible for in our community, right? What are they responsible for? Because they deserve all this credit and they demand all this respect for what? What are modern women responsible for? Because we know what they don't want to be responsible for. They don't want to be responsible for unprotected sex. They don't want to be responsible for unplanned pregnancies. They don't want to be responsible for their body, their choice. So what the fuck do our Black women want to be responsible for? You know what I mean? They know what man's supposed to be responsible for. They know everything man's supposed to be responsible for. What the fuck are our sisters responsible for in this community? In fact, I got 25 cash on the Cash App for the sister that can get on here and logically tell me with proof what the Black woman is responsible for in the Black community. Let's get back to this. I'll wait. I'm going to drop the link in a second.
To the 64% to 70% of single parent households that are led by Black women in the Black community. And when it comes to the second part of the definition, the female leader of a society in which women hold power, they refer to this.
Black women are nearly 60% of the voters in Black communities. Maybe that's why politicians spend so much time courting them.
Bingo! That go back to that deal that they made when we know it's a fake right to vote. Because the minute they stop voting for the narrative is the minute they're gonna get that voting right to vote revoked. And they'll see it. Give it to about 2027, 2030. It's gonna hit the fan. All hell gonna break loose, guys. Y'all go to them amendments and read them carefully. Read what it say. Read how they word the non-Americans and they right to vote. That's including us Black folks, the Asians, the Latinos. Read how they word it for the women, that is. Because us men, we got our right. We got our right to vote before the white women had their right to vote. So, you know what I mean? Message. So it's something with that vote that got them voting Democrat and got them mad at you because you voted for Trump and got them voting Democrat every motherfucking year. Even when the Democrat nigga can't walk, can't talk, putting all the LGBTQ shit all in there, they still voting for the motherfucker. Uh-huh.
They have been the foot soldiers of voting.
When he talks about the election,
they call them the foot soldiers. I don't know about y'all, but the foot soldiers ain't never been respected. That's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle joint. Them niggas always getting their ass whipped. They always was stepping stools. Foot soldiers, you see? But then who they foot soldiers for, guys? Because these be the same sisters that tell us white supremacy because the white woman is gonna, they always so quick to tell us what the white woman gonna do to us. But who they foot soldiers for, guys? Who had them out there helping them get the right to vote and then shitted on them? Because as they go to the ballot, they wasn't even right. They didn't even have a right to vote. But then they want to talk about history and ancestors, and they skip over this history, though. They skip over women's suffrage when they trying to get you to look over there. Not I.
talks about black women being leaders with their voting power and their impact on the majority of women in the country during the election. So far, so good. However, what he says next is disturbing.
So, I would be nowhere without black women. I was raised, my father died when I was 9 years old of a heart attack when he was 36. And so I was raised by my mother.
Our fathers are gone. Our mothers are delusional. Bingo. Exhibit A. I'm only kicking y'all psychological truths. The same way the so-called white man studied you and know how you gonna move, that's all social studies and social science is. I'm not gonna tell you no lie.
My grandmother and my grandmother's 7 sisters. So I was truly raised by a coalition of black women. And I can tell you that I would not be the man that I am without them. And so I do believe that black women are the matriarch. But here's the truth. Last thing I'm gonna say, I know you gotta go. We gotta start taking care of our black women. We gotta start saying, hey, you know what, mom, why don't you rest this holiday? We got it. You just kick back. We gotta make sure that we no longer take advantage of the help, the hope, and the heart of black women. And we start to give back where credit is due. It's long overdue, but we should be doing it.
Credit is.
Now this man talk and sounds so good, right? This man went out there and messed with the hottest thought that we know, Megan Good. This man went out there and married the hottest 304 that we know. And I told you, these dudes got a problem. These old educated lames, these lamos, these nice guys, they got a knack for these hot pocket bitches. They love these ratchet bitches, boy. So whatever you talking about, we understand. We know where it come from. It's a simp mindset, and it's developed in a single mother household. You have nothing but sympathy for the woman you seen put the world on her back. We get it. That's destroying you as a grown man. Do you see how hard it is for you to keep and maintain a relationship, sir? Sir, you brought Megan Good to your church. Sir, who told you that was a great idea, sir? You tried to change a hoe into a housewife, and now you fitting get up on here, and because you a celebrity, and these black dummies think celebrities, because they have money, they know what they talking about, and they word is Bible, you finna get up here and tell us we need to do what for black women? And what are black women responsible for, sir?
Given where credit is due, that Mr. Franklin turned out right, more power to him. However, this does not count for the majority of men raised by single mothers. And just because black women are the matriarchs of the family doesn't mean that they're doing a great job. This clip here is not a surprise because it's on the OWN network. Oprah Winfrey's network, that is. And we all know Oprah's target audience. And we all know that Oprah Winfrey has no problems throwing men under the bus. Black men in particular. Now the woman on the left, if you've been following Manosphere channels, you've probably seen her before. If not, allow us to refresh your memory.
Disgruntled. This is just the reality of it. So women, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold.
Oh, you heard it? She said they're more educated. We're going to hold off on the baby making. That's what she's about to say. But you got a whole other sister sitting there talking about the man is responsible for their coochie, though. So you mean you do got some sisters that have some sense? What's going on, one Mike? How you feeling today, man? Salute and welcome to class, my guy.
Man, I just been chilling, man. The channel is off the hook, bro. And the way how I see it, dudes like that was on that video, I'ma be real. He's not being respected. He's not being respected. He's gonna be a sucker for the rest of his life. And his lady that he's dealing with, the chick that she's basically running his life by asserting, she's lost a majority of her feminine energy, and he's fallen into that position, that role of being a feminine beta male sent mangina. No woman respects a beta male sent mangina. She's probably going to be the type that's going to be telling him to go sleep on the couch, and let every other dude run up in her as she leaves the door open for them, and then tells him he still can't get none because he's a simp. He's fallen into that weakened role, that weakened position after, nobody's probably been there to tell him, hey, look, man, if you don't have no position and being in a masculine dominant role, then why are you with this person? You making men as a whole look bad. And I say that to any man out there. If you in a weak position as a man, you shouldn't be. You need to find your place, your natural place, your masculine energy. You should not be with a female like that to have run your life, because if you let her run your life, she's not going to respect you. And if you're not being respected in a relationship at all, as far as being a man that you're supposed to be, it's over. You know what I'm saying? 17-6.
It's over.
The men, yep, the children are the crowns of old men, and the glory of the sons are to their fathers, bro. 17-6. And that's deep
Facts.
what you said, man. That's some serious shit right there. If you letting the woman's supposed to be the nurturer, right? And if you raising a weak man, what do you think is gonna happen in the end of days when you thinking men are supposed to protect you? They're gonna be running, hiding, and cowering in fear with the woman. Because the man is supposed to stand up, show the backbone, and say, "Oh, nah, I'm not finna let this happen to me. I'm gonna get on some gully shit and handle my business as a man." But if a woman is putting him in that weekend stage, he's gonna be thinking feminine. He's gonna be acting feminine. He's gonna be wilding out and lashing out erratically with no sense of logic. And that's where the man comes in. He's supposed to be logical. You're supposed to be cold and calculated and think about your actions before you do it, because we all know out there that the penalties for a man as opposed to a woman are night and day. They're totally different. You do some shit out there in society as a man which is negative, you're gonna get hit with everything times 3, as opposed to a woman would get away with murder.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because if you notice, you don't hear men. What about her? When niggas do a crime, niggas go right on in there and do their time. I ain't never see a nigga used as a defense. But you let the women, but the women, but the women. And that's the problem. These women got superpowers, but they want to use the man's superpower. They don't even respect their superpower, which is submitting, which is giving a nigga total control to that coochie since you want him to be responsible for it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? See, and that's the thing. You got to be careful what you wish for and what you ask for, ladies. Because if these brothers start to get hip and start to catch on to what y'all are doing and what y'all literally are saying, then they're gonna make y'all drink a lot more water. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do all that shit that y'all are doing with your little coochie. Niggas is gonna take that on under the wing like fried rice.
That's facts. And you get a lot of men that are actually woken up to the social construct and are saying, you know what? For the headaches and everything and the way how the world has changed, I'm not even going to put myself at risk, because I got a lot more to lose dealing with a woman that is unstable and has not been taught the traditional values as far as what it is to actually have something going on in the household. And if she wants to go rogue, she can do so, but not at my expense. And that's why you get a lot more men opting out of relationships, staying single and working on themselves, and traveling abroad. And that's crazy. I've seen it. I've actually witnessed it. I'm like, hey man, you want to deal with that sister over there? He said, oh nah, man, she too erratic, and she's got so many problems that actually started from the home. She's either been molested, or sexually abused or anything like that, or better yet, like you said from before, there was no man in the household for her mother to show her how to traditionally respect a man. And if she has no respect for a man, how's she gonna end up what do they call it, performing in society around other men?
Right.
And you see it nowadays, where a lot of women, not to talk bad about them, but certain women, not all, that disrespect a man randomly. You don't know this dude from Adam. You don't know what he's been through. You gotta think about what you do and what you say, because before then people thought it was funny disrespecting a man out in public until they come across the consequences. The consequences and liabilities are severe now, because you got men that aren't taking things laying down. You got the older generation that will take you out, literally.
And why are we forgetting that we got about 80-something% of moms that said straight up and down, if she hits you, knock her head off and come get me. My mom's told me that. Now, if I was a dummy and I listened to her all the way with that shit, we'd be in jail right now. So this is why I say, even though she is your mother and she gonna tell you some things that she tell you don't always be in your best interest, and you be a fool to follow that shit. But then they want to sit here and blame the men, though. They skip over who programmed the men, who brought the men into the world, who programmed the men.
Yep. And society, and the way how the laws are angled with certain perceptions of people getting done to other people. You do some shit that your mother tells you to do, like, oh, don't listen to him, he ain't shit. I'll go over there and do this. Okay, do that and watch what happens. You end up in a body bag somewhere. With the way how the shit's going now, shit is real in the field. You lay your hands on somebody or you jump in somebody's face, that person may not take that laying down, because they don't know you. You may not know them, and they damn sure ain't putting up with the disrespect. These people out here will kill you.
That's a fact. Yo, guys, I got some information. Yo, that guy Big Jack, Uncle Jackie, you in the chat, right? Big Jack, that Big Jack's Big J XXX, he's supposedly doing a live about us as we speak. You know, these sneaky niggas, they don't know how to add a nigga, or they don't know how to just be upfront. These be them same weak boys that we talking about today. These single mother raised kids, boy, so sneaky. And instead of being a man, they have all this feminine energy where they want to go tick for tat with you and shit. You know what I mean? That's female energy. Men are never supposed to be physical unless it's going there. An eye for an eye, remember that, guys?
Yep, eye for eye, tooth for a tooth.
Right. That's and then when it comes to men being physical, we only get physical when it's war and it's kill. That's why we're strong. Our strength allows us to finish it. This is why men should never get into physical confrontations, and not just with women. That's man versus man as well. You know what I mean, guys? We got to get rid of the conditioning that tells us it's just not okay to hit women. It's just not okay to hit men as well, guys.
Yep. You put hands on somebody, anybody, be prepared to deal with the consequences. You're only supposed to put your hands up in self-defense. Threaten you backed into a corner, those certain things, you get accountability. Because the last thing you want to do is end up in jail and become a victim to the system. Now you got a record. Now you can't get a job. Now you got other shit following you. All of that shit follows you. Supposed to stay in honor and think of the consequences most of all. Because when you get into some trouble, it's easy, but it's hard as hell to get out.
Yep. Especially in our society.
Get into trouble. You could get you could get it on. You could, oh, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna bang on this dude, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth, or I'm gonna slap her, or I'm gonna put hands on somebody. But the minute that you do, if it ain't in self-defense, it's easy to get into that. Once the cops are called and they come in and they said somebody gotta come to jail with us, then you sitting in that jail, you waiting there for hours on an arraignment, then you gotta go to court again for some fuck ass judge to tell you what you can and can't do, and then you gotta pay a fine. You're gonna miss days out from work, and you got some shit over your head on the record, and you can't get a job. You're gonna be dealing with that. Be prepared to deal with the consequences. The consequences are always not going to be in your favor when you do some shit illogically and you don't pay attention to reason and you don't have the proper guidance. Just like Mr. Goodbread said, you better listen to this man, or else you're going to end up being a victim to the system. Period.
That's a fact. And that's a fact, guys.
Hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than.
Miss Amaker presented the topic of marriage decline in the country because women struggle to find financially eligible bachelors. You just heard her stance about finding someone on her level or higher. And what she says in the next clip is our starting point for why women raise weak men.
Right. You know, are you going to find many men out there that makes as much as you do?
And my point is, so now you're going to, because we hear so much about women that are like, oh, there's nobody out there. There's no one out there. I can't find love. I'm getting too old. Now you're going to sacrifice the fact that you could find that love because the man's not making that much money and you're going to date down.
All right. They're robbing us. I have a feeling this is going to be our morning rush, actually. I can do bad by myself. I can do bad by myself.
Always the black bitch best line. That's the black bitch best line. I could do bad by myself because you have no information. So you are going to do bad by yourself, bitch. Don't nobody want to do bad with you. Don't nobody want to do bad with you. And they say that and they do that and they did that. But they want a reward. They want a reward. They deserve, because we've been through a lot. You mean you put yourself through a lot and now you want to be rewarded for you making a bad choice and a bad decision. That was her choice and her decision to say, I could do bad by myself. They made the choice and the decision, and now the consequences is here, and they want to blame the black man. Fuck out of here, sis. You will not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Look at dude.
I can do bad by
dude
myself.
looking at her.
That depends on what version of bad.
Say that again.
Look at how dude is looking at her like, man, she really must be that fucking foolish. The dude that's sitting right next to her, he's looking at her like, she, like, really?
Okay. You looking at it like, yo, I see what the brothers got to go through. Exactly. Yep. I see what the brothers got to go through. That's how you looking at her. But then they be quick to talk about how we tear each other down in front of our white brothers.
Damn.
You see what I mean? See how the contradiction? And they just got through saying how they're the most educated. She just got through stunting on how she the most educated. I don't know no educated people that quit that easy. Because that what that was. That was a throw in the towel where I'm going to quit.
Either educated or ignorant. Ignorant. Independently ignorant. That's what I call those types. So educated that you're independently ignorant to see the facts right there in front of you.
I call it toxic independence. We don't touch on that now. That's toxic independence. They all running around here. They all suffering from that.
Word.
Bad, you mean? If it's quote unquote bad in a positive sense, we wholeheartedly disagree, especially when it comes to raising boys to be men.
I sincerely believe that only men can make boys men.
Why so? Yo, DLD, what's going on, man? I see your name a lot in this space, man. I see you got trolls too, man. They be bothering you too. They harassing you too, man. I hope you got the firepower, man. You could come over here, man. I got enough firepower for two. Trust and believe, bruh. Trust and believe. I got enough firepower for two.
I didn't say that a single female parent or female teacher could not rear or educate her child, but she need not do that by herself. But you call upon a father, her brother, an uncle, a male neighbor, a nephew, a coworker. There needs to be some men in our children's lives. I want you to explain to me how a boy is going to grow up to be a man if he's never seen any. In order to be anything, you must see it first.
Unfortunately, modern women in general have this mentality that they can do it all by themselves, not understanding the severe consequences of children being raised by single mothers.
Because I want to point out to you very succinctly and very clearly why it is important for fathers to be at the house, why it is important not to have children out of wedlock, and especially if you're not going to be involved in your child's life. Don't believe me, listen to the stats. First stat reads, suicide. 63% of youth without a father commit suicide. Runaways. 90% of all homeless and runaway youth don't have a daddy at home. Behavioral disorders. 85% of all children that exhibit behavioral disorders don't have a daddy. High school dropouts. 71% of all high school dropouts don't have a daddy in their life. Juvenile detention rates. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions, they ain't got a daddy at home. Substance abuse. 75% of adolescent patients in substance abuse centers don't have a daddy. Last one, aggression. 75% of motivated by displaced anger don't have a daddy.
And with that said, guys, I delivered the numbers for you today, guys. Those are just the numbers. Those are the stats. So we're not here to play let's pretend that we don't understand the numbers. We're dealing with the so-called most educated women on the planet. So if you the most educated, then I know you know about numbers and you know about statistics. You know what I mean? Statistics show you what it is. You know what I mean? You see how these football players and these sports athletes, they all have statistics to show us that athlete's accomplishments, what they get credit for, right? So these statistics show that our sisters have fumbled what they are responsible for in the Black community. We don't care. It doesn't matter about what the man responsible for. We'll get to those. We'll have other lives where I'll show my men what they're responsible for, like we have done. But what are you ladies responsible for? You fucked it up. If you was responsible for the community, you fucked it up, man. Now let's get to some real hardcore trigger truth now, because you guys are not gonna get this concept to save the life for the life of me. You will not get this concept because you don't want to get this concept. You know what I mean? But it's a simple, quite simple concept. It's very simple. It's very simple. And young ladies, please pay attention. We drive this concept home over here. All right? Because if you ladies get it right, then we magically all of the boys that the toxic men that y'all don't like, they will no longer exist if you ladies get this part right. If you ladies get this part, if you catch this message, don't be like the old dumb bitches. Catch this message, ladies.
That we're doing nowadays with the intent to have children. I'm going to say this like 9-10 times, right? Just a conditioning moment. Having unprotected sex nowadays is not being done with the intent or the idea or the thought on the front of a bitch or a nigga brain to produce a child. It's not. The large majority of people having unprotected sex are not doing that nowadays to have a baby. The sex that's being had without a condom, it's not being had to have a baby.
And she's not saying that that's right. We are not promoting that. We are telling you the reality, because a lot of y'all want to walk around here with the blinders on. A lot of y'all want to walk around here with the blue pill pop, fronting like how you want things to be, when things is what the fuck it is. And you gonna fuck around and walk dead smack into it if you keep trying to avoid it and trying to act like it's not there. All right? Man and woman are laying down with the intentions to show each other how wop that wop could get. Yeah. And you know you can't show them that. You can't show them how whoppy it is with a condom on, ma'am. And then half the time you be drunk, high, on some ecstasy shit, ma'am. All your choice. You chose to pop that. Motherfucker ain't put that in your mouth. So we not gonna play dumb, sisters, my sister, queens. Because this is the shit that the matriarch ladies that sit on the hierarchy, this is the shit they not going to tell y'all. They not going to tell y'all this because it's too shameful. They guilty. They guilty of it.
Just because a man is willing to sleep with you without a condom on does not mean that he wants to have a baby. Women and men sleeping with each other with no protection, they're not doing it because they want to have a baby. People fucking raw nowadays are doing it for the feeling. They're doing it because they drunk. They're doing it because they're high. And I'm not saying these things as an excuse. I'm giving you the in the moment reason why they're doing this. So you're not like these older, or they don't even got to be older, these delusional bitches that keep trying to say, well, he was fucking me raw, so how you gonna say he didn't want to have a baby with you? I'm telling y'all the reasons.
Y'all remember the dumb bitch Femi from the chat, right? Y'all remember the dumb bitch? She don't even got no babies now, but she want to jump on my panel and keep repeating the same demonic dumb shit. So the man don't control his nut, so the man ain't responsible for his nut, so the man ain't... What the fuck business does that mind to you, man, when you got other things you need to focus on? And then besides that, no, ma'am, you still are responsible. You laid down with the man. What, and you know what I mean? You know how this shit work. Guys, let's stop playing, bro. If you would not play with an armed pistol, right? You would not play with an armed gun with no safety on it, right? The safety being the condom, right? That's how I need you ladies to look at dick. When you see raw dick, imagine a gun with no safety on it, right? Now, if you go over there and pick that gun up, that's the dick now. You go pick it up, knowing that there's no safety on it, no condom on it, right? And you pull the trigger and you shoot yourself in the face, ma'am. Is the gun fault or is it your fault, sis? Now I'm gonna let that marinate. You can comment. You can jump in the comments when the video go off, when the video gets posted. You can jump in the comments. I know y'all watching now. You got something to say to that. That fucked your whole head up right there, because it's new information and y'all running around here with this ancient wisdom that ain't never worked for any black person ever. You got something you want to say, Mike?
Man, all I'm gonna say is this: these chicks already know that there's always a shotgun in the drawers, and most of these chicks out here, they be biting the bullet. They be committing suicide for real, with the gun the gun to their head or the gun to their stomach, and then they wonder why their future reputation is destroyed, their future finances is destroyed, because you're here to give them the knowledge, right? And what did it say? Our people of what? Destroyed for the lack of knowledge. There you go. And when they're playing with a loaded gun without proper practice and, without the proper protection, without the proper knowledge, is what you're trying to give to them here today, that majority of them seem to refuse to listen to. You're going to get a few out there that's going to listen, or they're going to keep falling through to the same repetitious cycle. And it's going to get worse and worse for them until they get better. But for right now, they got to learn. They got to learn, fam.
That's a fact. And just to solidify, yeah, we gonna stop. We not gonna play with it, guys. Isaiah 49:15. Can a woman forget her nursing child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Even these may forget, yet I will not forget you, bro. It's real, guys. And I'll play that one again. For my father and mother, so they all get this work. Remember, our mothers are delusional and our fathers are gone. Cool. But the Lord will take you in, bro. And that's no cat mod. I don't sit here and tell y'all nothing that I don't follow, right? Most niggas pray to God. Most niggas believe in God. Most niggas know of God. Mr. Goodbread follows God. It's a big difference from all of those things. I follow him. I don't just beg him. I don't just pray to him. I follow him.
Why people are fucking raw, because y'all keep jumping y'all delusional asses under that particular video that I keep talking about. Men and women are not having sex nowadays unprotected with the sole goal to have a fucking baby. Do y'all understand that? Because a nigga is willing to lay down with you with no protection, it does not mean he values you in a way where you should now want to produce an offspring with him.
Exactly, but this comes from the neglect that you get from your moms, from not having a dad in your life. Now, this is where the women deal with that lack of father figure, because now they go out there and all you gotta do is tickle their chin. All you gotta do is give them a little bit of attention, and they interpret the shit as love. We know damn well that after 2 times we fucking with a condom, right? And this is for you so-called sister soldiers, you good, so-called good women, right? Scenario here, sis. You know how it be. We go out on a date. We start to fuck around. The first time, we have a condom on. The second time, we have a condom on. By that third time, you done claimed me as your man. I done claimed you as my girl. We in a whole relationship cap. I come through with a condom. You asking me why I got condoms in my pocket and my fucking other bitches. Don't lie to me. We not gonna play dumb. And this is why I tell you, you simp niggas, sit down and learn something, because you don't deal with enough women to even be jumping on these type topics. You don't know how it go down. So you want to give the woman a pass because you spent your whole childhood guarding your mama's coochie from the alphas that went in and out the house, just hurting your soul and hit your heart. And then she never let them get access to you because she know they alpha, and she don't want you to become alpha because she needs you to be beta and serving her and worshiping her as your God when she is not your God. But bro, don't let me really get in and break it down. Like, this is why I tell most niggas to just sit down and take the knowledge.
That is not where we're at right now. There are a lot of women that are sleeping with niggas and allowing niggas to sleep with them raw, and they have no intention on wanting a baby at the time of sleeping with this man raw with this man. People are fucking raw because they like the feeling of raw sex. The minute that y'all get out of that delusion that you got knocked up because a nigga was going with you and y'all was a family, and it is the right thing to do to move forward and act as though this man was sleeping with you because he was trying to have a family and a baby, when the niggas was showing you, telling you, I just want some pussy, some raw pussy. The feeling of pussy outside of a condom on, it feels better to the big majority of people. Y'all want me to say it 17 more times? Because this is the part y'all skip over and y'all get y'all retarded asses on my page, delusional as fuck, right? Trying to have a conversation with a bitch like me in a realm that you can't even get in because you can't even understand this basic concept.
And it's sad. This a woman right here. And she telling you she get into arguments with other women that believe this dumb shit.
People are not fucking wrong to have babies. And some of y'all, you know, you're on my platform. You 17, you 19, you 18, you 21, you 22, and you listening to your mama, you listening to your grandma and them, you listening to these old hoes that got 4, 5 kids with, you know, baby daddies that don't be fucking with them, that don't want nothing to do with them, that ain't never want no baby with them. You watching them and you letting them make you believe that child support and some fucking food stamps and some cash assistance or a goddamn housing voucher is valuable to our community, or it's gonna prove a point to a nigga. It's not. And this is bringing me to my next point.
It's not. Now, she sound like a bitch that got degrees and shit all on the wall. It's not. Clearly, guys, that's ancient. Remember, I told y'all running around here with ancient wisdom that ain't never worked for black people. How that shit is insanity. Y'all keep reaching for it and y'all keep going for it, and it's not even working. It's not doing nothing. It's making it worse. And they say the same thing. And they say the same thing.
You know what's real crazy though too? I bet you they didn't catch the catch 22 when they didn't realize that a lot of these programs and all of that other shit, they starting to turn around and deny a lot of women these programs because they've been so heavily relying on it because of people coming in from other countries that are applying for it that really need it, and they say, well, wait a minute, hold up. We got other people that are coming in that don't have nothing from other countries that need this assistance, and we giving it to people who are thinking that they're entitled to it. Oh no, we're gonna do a whole extreme audit. We're gonna start cutting a lot of people off, and that's beginning right now. If you look at the statistics, a lot of women are being denied because they've been brought to think that they are entitled to these assistant programs. Furthermore, staying on it for an extended period of time, thinking that they hit the jackpot. Guess again, their time is coming.
Nasty work, boy. Nasty work.
Niggas is not fucking y'all raw because they want to have a family with y'all. These niggas is trying to get a nut off in raw pussy feels different than fucking pussy in a condom. With a condom. Can we just acknowledge that that is a fucking fact? And it's a fact for men and women. It's not just a fact for men.
Let's go.
Y'all understand this? This is the delusional part that y'all skip over first.
Because like I said, after the third time, nigga coming there with a condom in his pocket, sis, it's a whole argument. Cause you don't want to do it with a condom, sis. You don't. Because to you, condom sex mean I'm a jump off. Condom sex mean I'm just his girlfriend. I'm a side chick. For some weird twisted reason, y'all put that shit in y'all mind that a nigga with a condom don't count. Fucking a nigga with a condom don't count. Y'all put that type shit in y'all mind, like, and this is the conditioning that they under.
Is it irresponsible? Nobody's going to argue that it's not. Nobody. You'll never hear me say that it is not irresponsible to have unprotected sex with somebody that you don't intend to have a child with. It is very irresponsible. But do you understand these people are not having sex with you with anything about a baby on their mind? Half the time y'all be knowing nigga don't got no money, no mental capacity, no time, no value, no respect for you, right? Let alone a motherfucking baby that you produce. Half these niggas don't even like y'all because of the masculine attitude and the tone you take with a nigga, but they still like pussy. Every nigga is not gay.
Exactly, dummy.
So there are some niggas that I just want to bust a nut. We vibe enough for me to be able to do that, and that's what I'm fucking you for. And yes, I'm fucking your ass raw, but it's not because I want a family with you. It's because I want the feeling of raw sex over the condom sex feeling. This is just a fact. Hey, young girl, it's Love Dorsey, one of the realest bitches you ever gonna meet. Hey, sister. Hey, queen. These niggas, it's not fucking y'all raw because they're in love with you deeply and they want you to keep producing offspring from them and have a family with you. It's not why they...
Exactly, sis. That's why it's your job to protect your coochie. You always require that man put on that condom. That's your job. That's what you're responsible for in the black community. Because ultimately, you control the next generation, sis. You control the next generation. So you don't want to even worry about where his nut gonna leave. Besides, niggas be walking around with AIDS. If a nigga give you AIDS, sis, you gonna sit there and be like, you gonna blame him, but you still got the AIDS. You see how that work?
Yo, that shit is so deep. They don't think about that shit. I be seeing people. I remember when I used to pick up people when I used to work for an ambulance company, and they had some shit that was going on, and I'd be like, "Yo, man, like, how do you deal with it?" He said, "Man, it's hard." He said, "If he would have known not to been laid up with all of those chicks, and shit like that." I'm not even sure what his situation is. And I'm like, tell me about it. Like, like, how did it happen? He said it began when he was up in them clubs and shit, calling random chicks out. And I say, for real? And I said, well, how did you catch it? He said he don't even know how, but he think he know who got it, and it was the cutest chick in the club. Now he's on some pills. I said, "Oh my God!" Like I pulled over and had a deep conversation with him. He said, "If you like raw sex, be prepared to deal with the consequences, because you don't know who's been out there. You don't know who got what. And furthermore, he said if he could do it all over again, he would have been, you know what I'm saying? He would have been wearing condoms and just gave himself to the Lord. Now he can't even go back on that shit. He probably dead right now. You know what I'm saying? Over reckless decisions. He didn't have no kids, but he
Mm.
had that monster. And I was just like, yo, what is this passenger getting on board for? They were just like, yo, we'll inform you once you get off. They was just like, yo, he got that. And I'm like, got what? He was like, yo, his ass got the monster. I said, oh shit. And he told me. He broke it down to me. He was like, the sex with a lot of these chicks out there, they were good. And he was having sex with these chicks left and right. So for all he know, he could have had sex with that so-called bad bitch, quote unquote, so to speak. Excuse my language. But then he was probably spreading it around to them other chicks that was feeling him because he was getting money.
Yep.
He wasn't a hustler or nothing like that, but he was what's popping. Now
Yep.
his ass is popped.
Nasty work, bro. And that shit spread like flour. That shit spread faster than hell of a mothers let these kids out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All it takes is for one person to have it and have sex with a person. Then that person have sex with a person. That person who they had sex with have sex with a person. And before you know it, the whole community is
Yep.
riddled
He
with
said
that shit.
I asked him, I said, yo, so what was your symptoms? He said, first he started peeing different.
Mm,
Then he started waking up with the sweats,
mm,
lost a lot of weight.
mm.
This nigga went to the doctor. And I'm just like, yo, so what happened? He said he went to the doctor. They called him a week later, said we need to speak to you in private, sent him a letter and shit. And I'm like,
Mm.
yo, so what happened? He was just like, yeah, they informed him that he had some shit. And I was just like, damn, bro. Like
Mm.
what are your plans, bro? He said, well, I ain't got no plans and shit. And then after that, he started catching them scars and them sores on his body. Shit
Mm.
was just popping up on him. He can't even
Them
hold down
hives.
food right.
Mm.
That's not the way to be, y'all. And I'm dead ass serious. Y'all need to really watch yourselves out there, because all of that clubbing, doing drugs and shit, having sex, skeeting. You don't know who this chick been around. You don't know who this dude been around. They may got some sores and shit all up in them. You catching it, or herpes and shit like that. Herpes simplex. They got different forms now. They've even got some shit nowadays that's out now that you have sex with somebody, you don't even know what you got. And then that shit could end up turning into AIDS or HIV and
Bro.
all this hepatitis B, and you itching or you peeing a certain way. You don't know what the fuck is out there, but you sticking your dick up in there, or you squatting on a nigga, or you got some chicks out there that don't even practice the proper hygiene, and that shit spreads even worse.
Nah, you
Don't fuck
definitely
around
on
out there.
point.
Yeah, you
You
fucking
on
around
point
out
though. You
there.
driving it home, especially
Yep.
when then I want to monkey branch off of something you said, because it's definitely true. You guys, y'all got to make sure y'all even put the condom on correct, because there's some shit you could catch even while wearing a condom if you allow your pubic hairs to touch her pubic hairs, my nigga. You got to know what you're doing. You got to be careful out here. It's just nasty out here. But this, and I mean, I don't blame God. He put it out here for a reason, bro. Cause y'all niggas just won't listen. Y'all just won't follow him. So he have his ways. Remember, he don't work in mysterious ways, bro. He work in equal and exact ways. So for you sexual immoral niggas, just know, you know the games. You know how the game go. There's a 7 deadly sin for the 7 deadly sins that people want to commit. It's a reason why they are here. God is not coming back. So you can sit in that church and pray and manifest. He is not coming back. He's already here, and he got everything with him to just drop y'all niggas like flies, bro.
Yep. There's also osmosis. osmosis can actually go through the condom, or if you touching a chick and you know what I'm saying, you don't wash off or you don't take the condom off right, and your hand touches, you know what I'm saying, your private area, and that in any form of those juices, any form of that those sexual fluids, that shit could be easily transferred. She could be bleeding on the inside and pass some shit to you through you. There's deadly shit that can go through that fucking condom. That's why they put it on the label. This may not be 99.999999%, which means that 1% could easily go through your tract and end up getting you caught up in some shit. And they could give you all the pills in the world, but if you ain't got the money for those pills in the world, they're gonna have you as a label. They're gonna know your blood type. They're gonna know where you are just in case they need to bring you in. You know, you're gonna have a whole record. You may not be able to work at where you work at because you're a fucking walking biohazard.
Yo, we not here to scare you guys. We here to aware you. Remember that. We not here to scare you. We here to aware you guys. You know what I mean?
Everybody catch a hard on. You want a hard on? You know, you want to take pills every day and still end up being sick, losing XYZ amount of weight. This is some real shit. You got to think about the karma. Okay, is this chick loose out here like that? Is she feeling me? Is she fucking with other dudes while I'm dealing with her? Is she loose out there like that? Is she loose out there with the alcohol? I'm gonna wake up in the next morning just totally irresponsible. You know, she throwing it here, throwing it there. You know, you gotta go in there. You catch it, chlamydia, the clap, all this other shit. Genital warts. You don't want that shit. I've seen what that shit look like on paper. You do not want that shit. All kinds of cysts growing on your skin. They've even got some shit. I bullshit you not. They even got some shit out there now where if a man's juices or a woman's juices is that badly contaminated, it's known if you get if it makes contact with the skin or it breaks during contact, sexual intercourse.
That's the shit I was talking about right there. That's the
Yo,
shit I'm talking about right there.
that shit right there,
right there.
that shit touches your skin or it gets on the contact of any breaks in the skin and it forms like a rash.
You done,
It
son.
turns into
You're done, son.
it turns into mumps or you know a form that you're just bleeding. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is that? And you don't know what it is. The doctors can only say, well, we're gonna take a sample. We're gonna take a sample of this. We need to further examine this. And here it is. You sitting up in the fucking clinic, not knowing what it is, and you got some shit, and you don't know. You go back to that other person that you had sex with, that you felt, oh man, she know how to throw it back and everything. She's gonna deny, or he's gonna deny. Oh, nah, what are you talking about? They're gonna be in denial. And one thing you cannot deny is the truth and death. Death comes to us all. Do you want it now or do you want it later? Do you want it now for being ignorant and being destroyed for the lack of knowledge and not following the Most High? You know, do you want that shit? That shit is out there. Death is easy. Come one time, just that. You over there, you pumping and dumping. You like, all right, I'm gonna go to the next one. I got my rotation. But dude, have you scanned them? Have you vetted them? Have you said, okay, look, if we're gonna do this, if we in a relationship and I vetted you, let's do this the right way. Let's both go to the clinic. If some shit happens, hey, you got some explaining to do. Why didn't you tell me you had this?
Yo, that bitch gonna try to blame you. That's a whole nother argument right there. Now she gonna try to get to the internet first, my guys, and try to put the narrative out there that you gave her so she could have the victim sympathy card, guys. So
And if
it's
she
just
said
not worth it, yo.
exactly,
It's not worth it.
and if she said you gave it to her, if she said she don't know what you talking about, and your shit come up clean, and she come up dirty, or vice versa, you already know you done messed up. You better stay away from that person, cause that person will easily lay it down and you laid up with them, when you going over there running raw, running up in there raw schmiggy, you're gonna end up with something jiggy.
That's a fact though, guys. For real though, guys, on some real shit. Not to scare y'all up, but if you risk your health for the bag, when you get to the bag, you're gonna end up spending that whole bag on your health, bro. You know what I mean? So it's very expensive for a blood transfusion.
Facts. Seeing them chicks out there, be like, oh, OnlyFans, I want to go ahead, I want to get at this one. I'm gonna have some OnlyFans. I'm gonna have sex for the money. You don't think all of that shit don't come with a price? Chicks be for bread and all this other stuff. Oh, I'm just surviving. Or he's got the bag, he's got money. Or I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do my thing. Sister trips and shit like that, ruining your life. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with out there.
Receive that in. Breathe and take it in. Because these hoes got y'all lost.
Yes, they do.
And a woman raising children by herself produces the worst product. The worst. Look it up. The worst. Fuck looking it up. Look around your motherfucking community. Just look around your community. Especially if you're black. Especially if you live in the hood. Especially if you're in the realm of low income. Just look the fuck around. Look at the product that get produced by households that have no mature men involved. The worst. And I argue with your great grandma or your grandma or your mammy any day up and down this motherfucking internet about.
That's a fact, yo. If you need to see a grandmother get put in her place, go to my community tab, boy. I'm ferocious. I get about 200 comments a month, and I answer all of them. You know what I mean? I get about 15, 16 a day, and I answer all of them. All of them.
That fact, right? So now let's go into the next fact, right? So you're not getting fucked on raw because a man want to have a baby with you. So young women, I'm sorry these bum ass delusional hoes that told y'all wrong because they want y'all to repeat the same cycle they repeated when they was pregnant at 17, 19, 16, running around talking about they got this, they gonna do it by themselves. Then they turned around and did the same thing at 23, and they turned around and did the same thing at 33 from the same type of niggas that don't want they ass, right? And they keep producing this bum ass product. I'm sorry that they told y'all wrong. I'm gonna give y'all the real so you're not drinking the dumb bitch Kool-Aid, right? At your age, whether you're 40 or 17, a man wanting to come over to your house or invite you over to his house or take you to a hotel room. Your daddy should have taught you this, but your mammies don't want daddies around. They think they know everything.
Exactly. Go ahead, love. Wait, let me play that back. Even for you sensitive dudes that want to give the woman the pass. I mean, we know that men better be controlling, better be responsible for themselves. But women are the controllers of our future. We can't give them the pass. We can't give them the pass. No way, no how. And we don't. We won't.
I'm sorry these bum ass delusional hoes that told y'all wrong because they want y'all to repeat the same cycle they repeated when they was pregnant at 17, 19, 16, running around talking about they got this, they gonna do it by themselves. Then they turned around and did the same thing at 23, and they turned around and did the same thing at 33 from the same type of niggas that don't want they ass, right? And they keep producing this bum ass product. I'm sorry that they told y'all wrong. I'm gonna give y'all the real so you're not drinking the dumb bitch Kool-Aid, right? At your age, whether you're 40 or 17, a man wanting to come over to your house or invite you over to his house or take you to a hotel room. Your daddy should have taught you this, but your mammies don't want daddies around. They think they know everything and they can raise you by themselves. And this is why the fuck y'all delusional now, right? A man wanting to take you to a hotel room or you come to his house and he go to your house and sleep with you with no condoms. A man that pulls up with absolutely no protection on him and doesn't ask you about any protection. It does not mean he wants a baby with you. Baby girl. It does not mean he wants a child with you. Baby girl, it does not mean he's ready and responsible and disciplined.
And they know that. That's an automatic red flag, sis. What that mean? What that mean? Because you know what I teach my fellas? I teach my fellas the trick, right? I teach my fellas to play around. Had a condom, but don't show it, right? Just act like they gonna go in there. And the minute the chick sit there and You know, put that little ugly dumb face on that they put on right before you insert it. You know what I mean? The brace yourself face. That's when you're supposed to slap her right in the fucking head. Like, Mom, you wasn't going to tell me to put the condom on? Because if she don't tell you to put the condom on, fellas, guess what? Guess what, sir? She let other niggas be responsible of her coochie too. You know what I mean? Nasty bitch. You know what I mean? And this is why I say, you know what I mean? What about the man? What about he left it in? He left it in. No, bro. You are responsible for your own coochie. And they should teach you that.
Disciplined enough to have a family and raise children. It does not mean that. It does not mean that. And sitting up here having all these babies from niggas, whether it's the same nigga or different niggas that don't actively get involved in these children's lives, it brings down your value. Yes, ma'am, it brings down your value. I don't give a fuck what bitch, ugly, pretty, fat, skinny, old, young want to argue with me. Love Dorsey gonna tell you the truth, baby. Love Dorsey gonna tell you the raw truth. It brings your value down as a woman. I don't give a fuck that they triggered because I'm saying this. I'm telling y'all what is good for y'all. Do not repeat the same shit that we did as women coming before y'all. Don't repeat that shit. It brings down your value when you lay up and keep pushing out babies with men that they're vocalizing, they're showing you, they're telling you verbally, non-verbally that they are not responsible enough or don't value you or the situation enough to stick around. That's not the times we're in. This is not your grandma in them times. This is not your granddad in them times. These niggas is missing father figures in their life. They grow up and they do not understand any.
And why y'all acting like y'all can't close y'all legs? Why y'all acting like y'all can't close y'all leg? And to top it off, y'all doing this dumb shit to a small portion of the weakest and the lamest niggas in the community. Y'all niggas is busting it open for the same community dick niggas that y'all keep complaining about. You're talking about the same niggas. Y'all talking about the same niggas. Y'all want us real niggas that want solutions, want to move forward in this community. Y'all want us to believe the dumb shit when we know not every man is getting coochie. A lot of men ain't getting coochie. Just one particular guy, the community D, is getting all the coochie. He's raising the taxpayers' he's taking all the taxpayers' dollars and spending it for your little welfare and your little child support. Shit crazy out this motherfucker. But we wanna the man. What the man's responsible about? What the man's responsible for?
Sort of idea about a duty or a responsibility to the seed or the offspring that they created, even when they didn't want it. We're not in those times anymore. So, girl, take this shit in. A nigga fucking you raw does not mean that he wants to produce a child with you or even cares about you or even loves you. Niggas will get raw pussy out of you with no love for you at all. At all. And I'm sorry on behalf of women that may be older than you or women that may be dumber than you. I'm sorry that they did not tell you this, but I'm trying to wake you up on this live today. The next point is the responsibility of unprotected sex in regards to children. It falls on us. It falls on us. It falls on us.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, love. You're a national treasure. You're a national treasure, love.
Us. It falls on us. The responsibility of having children from unprotected sex with men that show you no behavioral patterns of being a man ready for a family, having a baby or getting pregnant from a man who is telling you he don't want a baby with you. The responsibility falls on us. It doesn't fall on us because Love Dorsey is saying that. It falls on us because biology wise and scientifically, we are going to be affected. Our bodies, our mental, our emotional, everything about us as a woman, as the child grows inside of us more than the man. That's nature point number one.
And look, they know that, right? Because look at this one. This little sassy, hot mouth trot. This bitch gonna jump on here. Or was this a dude? Because it say Chris Bro. So it probably was a dude. It probably was a sassy little nigga. You know what I mean? Hell of a son at best. He jump on here. Black men are so stupid. Both men and women have consequences. Okay, that's what I said here. That's what I said, right? So you repeated what I said. When it comes to this topic. Okay, so far so good. The truth is, so now he got to tell me the truth. Like, you just repeated my truth, the truth, and now you're gonna tell me the truth. Okay. The truth is, women have burden 3 ways. All right, that's what we talking about. We know that. That's why, what it say up there? Sis, it's definitely in your best interest to care about your own private parts. So what are you saying that's revolutionary? Like, this be the shit that I be talking about with these sheep mentality niggas, bro. These hell of a mama raised niggas, bro. They can only see from the mama's perspective, which is catty, which is tick for tatty, which is foolish. It's not a lot of winners in the black community. It's not a lot of brothers that got what I got, that earned what I have earned from God, the blessings from God. Not a lot of niggas. But then you get these niggas with nothing that always want to rig the rules and rig the game and tell you something. Like, I'm no longer entertaining niggas that's not trying to get into the fifth percentile. I'm not. If you're not a righteous fan member, bro, you no longer get to interview me. I'm not collaborating with niggas. I'm not, bro. I'm not even playing Let's Pretend with these YouTube niggas no more. No mas. No mas. The big head niggas, the funny niggas, the lying niggas, I'm no mas. But I ain't even reading the rest of this foolishness. Y'all can read this, screenshot it, go to YouTube community. Just niggas is fools, bro, and they think they know everything, bro, and they know nothing. They know a bunch of ancient wisdom that ain't worked for no black person ever. Show me the nigga that it worked for.
You know what? I've been doing my research on certain things too, and a lot of main things is like this too. You know, you got to remember with the generation that we're speaking on that are given that ancient wisdom, right? You got to remember what that person's true intentions are, because you'll get some people that went through that shit that'll tell you, hey, you know, go ahead and do this. They know that you're bound to fuck up. They don't say, hey man, look, I would just try to do everything, and this is what you can do things on your own, but just learn from your mistakes, and then have them tell you, hey, look, I learned from this by doing this. I did this incorrectly, so I'm paying for it. I don't want you to go through that shit, so don't do what I did. You know, that's what you show, some accountability. Some people will tell you, well, all you got to do is this and this, and then totally get that person jammed up. You know why? Because sometimes they want you to go through the same shit that they did, which is the generational curse. See, not a lot of people, some people be having ulterior motives to telling you to do negative shit. Like, you know, like the women that'll just say, oh girl, you don't need no man and all this other shit. All right, you say that now. A majority of things in the world are man-made. So you saying you don't need a man, you could change, you may change the tire yourself, but what you gonna do when that tire gets stuck? You're gonna need that man. So why play yourself? You know, a lot of people don't think about that shit, you know, and some people, they go through that shit, that generational curse. It's a cancer in the community.
That's what it is. This shit is a disease. Fatherlessness is really, truly, it's a disease, bro. It's like alcoholism, bro. Shit is destructive, bro. You spot on with that.
It's going to affect us more. That's why the responsibility falls on us more. Stop bringing up a nigga when I have these conversations with y'all about sitting up, letting your body get towed up from the flow up, producing a child, right?
Dummy. Femi from the chat, I hope you tapped in. I hope you. What about the man nut? What about the man nut? What the man responsible for his nut? You getting your questions answered today, Femi from the chat.
That's number one. When you have these babies outside of wedlock, meaning you're not married, meaning again, you with a man that has not turned in with you. He has not given a commitment or seen any real value in showing some discipline towards being with you. The laws even support that the responsibility is on you. That's the second reason why it's more important for you. The accountability is on you. It's not on niggas. It's on you. Your body is going to get it the worst. The laws in regards to where you live at in your state, I don't give a fuck. kids born outside of wedlock. The responsibility legally is on the mother. The paternity has to first even be established before you can call a nigga any sort of deadbeat or non-deadbeat, meaning paternity being established is not your word. We don't take bitch's word for a baby belonging to a nigga. The court and laws deem a man responsible and, you know, legally responsible or legally having rights over a child once you go down there and you swab their mouth, swab his mouth, and swab your mouth. That's another reason why the responsibility is on us, because we don't have to go get our mouth swabbed. We don't have to go wait for DNA results in order for the law to say we are responsible for this child to be fed, clothed, taken care of, sent to school, whatever it may be, right? I'm telling y'all because these other bitches want to see y'all make the same bum-ass mistakes they make. They get triggered with me even saying that they value went the fuck down after laying up, having all the motherfucking kids that they could barely take care of. Next thing, right? A good majority since the late 60s, early 70s from systemic racism and governmental welfare programs and things like that, the colonialism, like I could go on and on, right? But just summing it up, these niggas is missing their father by the masses because of bitches that don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about, and they didn't just wake up.
Exactly, love. Exactly, bro. We trying to figure it out just like y'all. I don't know why y'all trying to cap and eat crab legs like if y'all got it all sewn up, y'all the most educated women in the world. How? When did y'all get to this education that we didn't see first as black men? Because what we using out here barely worked. So what the fuck information did y'all use that really worked and got y'all the most educated but ain't got no motherfucking money? Meanwhile, the Chinese, Asian women got all the motherfucking money.
You know why, right?
Break it down.
Man, I'm going to be real with you. And I'm going to say this is some real shit. And I don't mean to sound racist. You see every other race, even though they have their little differences between one another, some of them may even hate each other. Some of them may even have their own personal differences. But when it comes down there to sticking together, to coming up ahead as a whole,
bingo,
you see them sticking together. They be like, hey, look, I hate you and you hate me. But right now we need to come to a decision, man. You know, I don't really have no beefs against you and you shouldn't have no beefs against me. But when it comes down to an outsider, say for instance, somebody who don't know no better and they can't get along, we could spread them further apart while we get ahead. And as we get ahead, we're gonna mess with them. We're gonna mess with their money. We're gonna mess with their community. We're gonna go inside their community. We're gonna sell them our product. We're gonna build businesses together in the effort to make money to get ahead because they don't know no better and they don't realize how powerful they will be if they fucking stick together.
Bingo. Man, it's sad,
They
bro.
know that.
It's
So they
sad, bro.
play on y'all. Y'all keep going into these other stores, buying other people's shit instead of sticking together and make your own shit. Build your own shit. Have your own stores. Stop trying to downplay people that are trying to come in and say, oh, come on, brother, or come on, sister. That's too expensive. But you'll go out of bounds and pay top dollar and thinking you got over when he's just sending you in and out his stores like a prostitute. Thank you and come again because you didn't stick together. And that is why you will pay for the lack of knowledge because you didn't stick together. And your money goes so much further, but you're putting it in the next man's pockets and you're putting your generational wealth in the next man's pockets. Did it to yourselves, man.
Facts. Talking about with it all for my friend. All for my friend. Niggas is crazy.
Up and
All my
decide to do
friends.
this.
Yep.
It was something that was an agenda, right? So it's not that people is just doing this, right? The idea is it's something that was done to them in regards to psychological. It was programming into their mind that it is some sort of value in being a independent woman raising children by yourself. The results of that is everywhere in our dating pool, right? Times have changed. Stop thinking that it is some sort of payback or flex, right? To have a baby by a nigga that don't want a baby with you and then put him on child support and be absolutely unpleasant to him, his family, your community for the next 20, 30 years because of the struggles you going through with that baby. That's what the majority of these hoes are doing. And they get on the internet and dress up, put wigs and makeup on, and they make y'all think it's something cute about this, but it is not. I don't give a damn what a bitch get on here and type how many paragraphs. If you see a long paragraph in disagreement with what I'm saying, it's one of those delusional bitches that I'm speaking about. There is nothing cute about single mothering. This shit is tough. It is mentally damaging. It is damaging for the children. It produces the worst product. It makes you unpleasant a good majority of the time until you get a grip on yourself. They're not telling y'all this.
God damn, yo. Very, very impactful live today. As always, you know what I mean? We dished out the work fair and evenly, as always. You know what I mean? I was expecting a guest, but hopefully we'll get up with Don Gordito. Gordito. We'll get up with Gordito soon. You know what I mean, guys? I'm gonna keep bringing the heat. I'm gonna keep bringing the awareness. Just like how we know how to do, just lead with the truth, bro. That's all we do is we lead with the truth. You know what I mean? Black women raised a generation of weak men. They know they did. They said they was gonna do it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna remind them of that. So don't worry about it, guys. Don't think I'm arguing with them. This is not an argument. I'm never arguing with them. I'm telling them the absolute truth, and then they begin arguing with themselves. That's where the argument is. The argument will never be with me and them, guys. I want to appreciate all my good breads, man. Al, what's up, my guy? Salute to my guy, man. Word up. Salute to Uncle Jackie in the building. Uncle Jackie, we gonna link because we got some. We gonna do some special. We gonna do something special where we simulcast. Me and you gonna simulcast from both our channels, and we gonna get them because they did a video. I'm gonna go check it out right now. And you know, this is what we do. They don't even understand, son. On some Harlem, New York. They don't even understand how that's the home of the troll. The original troll started in Harlem. It's on. It's up now, boy. It's up. DOD, we got a link. If you still watching DOD, we got a link. I need an email, DOD, so we can link because we could do something that they don't normally do on YouTube when it comes to like roasting and dissing. We could really do like a little Cat Williams and take this show on tour, you know what I mean, where we have like our own little stand-up. I got ideas, man. I'm a troll. Word. I'm a super troll. I'm a troll on HGH. Y'all don't even understand, right? Word. XL Prizzo, my guy Miguel, what's going on? You know what I mean? John Horse, what's going on, my guy? Mark was in the building. Katie, my guy KDH with the super chat. I know he watches SmackDown. Raw. I gotta watch this shit on DVR. But salute Miss Gail. The sister Gail is in the house, man. Appreciate Miss Gail. When she here, she blessed the chat. That's when you know it's gonna be a good one, man. One mic. Go on and wrap it up for us, man. You get to close the show tonight, man. It was a hell of a show, man. Hell of a show. Very informative. Very enlightening. Like, this is the new age information. So you're going to get you some new results, y'all. Go ahead, one, Mike. Take it from here, man.
Facts, man. I just want to say, man, it's been an awesome night. It's awesome. It's a wonderful channel. You don't get nobody else sharing the results and the facts of what's really going on. You get a lot of people that'll try to hide that shit. We'll tell you the truth. You know, I'll tell you the truth. I speak on personal experience, seeing what I seen, hearing what I heard, and watching this, you know, really has brought me to the conclusion that a lot of us really need to wake up and stop being delusional. We need to fucking stick together. Stop playing these games, ladies. Stop opening your legs for dudes that don't really want to be with you, and you're being delusional that he wants to be with you. See the reality for yourself. You know, if you want to end up being a product of your own environment, being a victim, another number to the system as well as your kids, because you want to do what's right in your kids' best interest and in your man's best interest as a family, as a whole. Don't think that you could stay up underneath the system for so long that it owes you something. Remember, it owes you nothing. We're coming to these times now where you're going to get audited. You stay on that system for a long ass time, you're going to get audited. And you're going to be under the subject of their rule with no authority whatsoever. You think you're in charge, but you're really not in charge. Figure it out. You do something wrong and they tell you, hey, you out of there. You out of there. Your ass is out of there because you've been relying on the system instead of sticking with that man, and you're afforded with no protection. So again, really, really vet who you laying up with. Use protection. Stay focused, fellas. Stay focused. Stay out of trouble. Do not be getting into trouble with the system. You will be a part of that shit if you fuck around and find out, because they do not care about your ass. You're just another number and another pocket in the piggy bank with a prison number. You fuck up. And I just want to say, Mr. Goodbread, thank you for everything that you do, for exposing the truth out there. Every time I see this channel, you know, I'm going to tell, you know, my family about it. Everybody needs to know about this channel and spread the word, because we're waking up. And for those that are weak, you're going to die off. You know, you got it coming. You better stick close to God. And as a matter of fact, how do you want it? Do you want it on your feet? Or do you want it on your knees, begging, repenting for all the shit that you did? Because karma's coming.
Church. All right, guys. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life. Do it for the culture, guys.
You are not niggas. You are not coons. You may smoke reefer and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.